Alright guys, we are 8 weeks away from the first day of summer, so if you haven't locked in yet, this is probably the last warning you have before summer, right? So I think you gotta lock in right absolutely now. No refeed days, nothing for 8 weeks straight. You might even have to go on an aggressive cut, depending on what you want to achieve by then. But 8 more weeks. So the one thing that you have to 100% do is just stay consistent, right? You have to stay consistent. So I keep seeing people posting all over, oh, I tried a calorie deficit, but it doesn't work. That's impossible unless you have some rare disease or some really rare type disorder. But even with PCOS, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So I keep seeing, no one's saying hey, PCOS doesn't make it harder, right? It does. You might have to be in a more aggressive cut, and you have to be more clean eating versus someone who doesn't have PCOS. But if you have PCOS, I would say just hop on GLP-1s to make it easier on you, right? Just hop on Reddit or something to help you. But to make it easier. But going back to the fact is just I keep seeing people post oh, I eat 1,200 calories and I don't lose weight. And then I start talking to them and I go, okay, so if you're eating 1,200 calories, walk through me, are you weighing out all your food? Some of them will go, no, I'm not weighing out my food. I'm just, eyeballing it. It's well, you're probably off by a lot of calories. And the ones who are oh yeah, I'm weighing it out and all that stuff, and I'm okay, well, are you staying at 1,200 calories for weeks at a time, or or are you having days where you go over, or whatever? And then they'd be well, on the weekends I kind of just go crazy. And it's well, there you go, right? So on the weekends when you go crazy, you just wiped out that whole Monday through Friday progress of being at 1,200 calories. So that is why I say don't go too restrictive on your diets like that. You want to add two things, right? You don't want to take things away. So say you want nachos. You're craving nachos, you gotta have them, right? Well, go to the store, get some protein Doritos, get some lean ground beef, some fat-free cheese, make you some good nachos. That's right, adding to it. And if you don't want to use, you don't have to use protein Doritos either. Say you're oh, well, my favorite chips to use are for nachos is I don't know, what's a popular chip, Megan? Fritos? No. What's a popular chip for nachos? Tortilla chips. Okay. Well, you have a serving and a half of those chips, right? So that'll be probably 300 calories. A serving and a half would be 300 calories of those, maybe. Yeah. So that'd be 300 calories. All right. There you go. Here's your 300 calories. Throw your lean ground beef on there. Throw your fat-free cheese on there. Well, I really like sour cream. Well, use Greek yogurt. Tastes exactly the same. I'm telling you guys. Exactly the freaking same. Throw some Greek yogurt on there and weigh it all out, right? So now you just added to your nachos. You made a healthier version, more higher protein. You used leaner ground beef than if you were to go to a Mexican restaurant that's using freaking 80% lean. You're using 95% lean, and you're using fat-free cheese. They're using really fattening cheese. You just made nachos to 500-600 calories, which if you would have went to the Mexican restaurant, which they give you a lot, versus 1,500 calories, right? So those changes right there you're gonna win, right? You're gonna lose the weight, you're gonna lose the fat, you're gonna win. I'm telling you guys, like. And two, if there's a day where you're like absolutely craving ice cream, have the ice cream, right? If you don't have a Ninja Creamy, they don't taste the same as well, right? You can taste a little bit of protein to it. They are good, but they don't really taste the same. Say there's a day you're just like, man, I just really want some freaking ice cream. For example, say you're just like, you know what, I want a vanilla cone. Guys, that's like not that much calories. Like, I can't remember. I think it's like if you get even a large, I think, right? How much was the large vanilla ice cream cone from Dairy Queen? It was like $3.90 or something.
Yeah.
It's like, have that before your workout. Dude, those carbs will help fuel your workout and you get a freaking good pump. You know what I mean? It's like, some of the females I've helped coached, I was like, all right, like, what's your favorite foods? And then I get their favorite foods and then I add those into the plan to make them more successful, and they were. So like Megan here, when she's craving ice cream, I'll get her ice cream, but it'll be not a large blizzard that's 1,200 calories, right? It'll be like, okay, we can get an ice cream cone, or we can make a Ninja Creamy, or we can do this and this and this, and this will fit in your macros. So like if you're like, man, I just really want some McDonald's French fries, like I am craving those, have it, but make sure you don't go over your calories for the day, right? So you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna have those McDonald's fries, and I'm gonna do a large fry, so it's 490 calories, I think. I might actually be like right on with the calories. I'm starting to like, my brain now is just automatically knowing like the calories of stuff. I think they're 490 calories. And so then you're like, okay, that's 490 calories for the day. I'm allowed 2,000 calories. So the rest of my calories through the day are going to be very healthy stuff, like, like turkey or chicken, vegetables, fruit, that stuff. But then I had my 20% bad, which was my McDonald's large fries. So I'm telling you guys, once you start looking at food as like, no food is bad food, and I can fit this in my day, or I can fit this in my macros, or I can fit this in my health journey, it becomes so much easier. It's like, it becomes so much easier. You can be like, yeah, I'm going to go to McDonald's today, and I'm going to get my, sorry, if you're a female, you probably would want to get the small to mediums, because you're going to be, your calorie deficits are way lower than men. I'm sorry. It just sucks. But you're going to have those French fries, right? And you're going to be more successful. And the slower that you take your weight loss, the more successful you're going to be. So like with me, taking it to where I'm losing maybe 0.2 to 3 pounds a week was a little slow, but it's making me successful, right? So right now we're hovering around 209, 210, and each week we lose maybe like, I'll weigh myself and it'll be like 210.4, 210.2 the next week, and then it'll be like 09, it'll be like 209.8. So that's how my weight loss is looking. And I really think that way was sustainable and the most successful way to keep me that kept me most successful, right? Because if I went too restrictive like I used to, I'd totally just like hate life and freak out, and then you just like ruin your progress. So don't fall into those cycles. I know a lot of people do, because I used to do it as well. And two, you want to enjoy your food, you want to enjoy life. So don't sit there and just totally take away fast food. Don't sit there and totally take away everything, right? Enjoy everything in moderation, and just count your calories, and you'll lose weight. There's studies out there of people who eat nothing but Twinkies, and they lost weight. You had the guy who ate nothing but McDonald's, and he lost weight because he counted his calories, and his blood work actually came out better than when he was than when he was unhealthy. So, or when he was more overweight. So a lot of people don't realize this, but being fat and having fat on you is way more harmful on you than eating McDonald's every single day. So I can go and eat McDonald's every single day, 3 meals a day, fit it in all my macros, and I guarantee my blood, my health markers and everything are going to be healthier than someone who has more body fat or who's putting on body fat. Body fat on you is like we got to have a percentage, right? I'm talking about like 50 plus pounds of extra body fat you don't need. That is so much more harmful on your system than eating McDonald's 3 times a day and staying in a calorie deficit and staying within calories. So, but anyways, I guess I should talk about the lift. So today's lift, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm taking a break from the pre-workout. I'm feeling pretty tired today, so I'm trying to figure out so I'm gonna have to listen to like some really good edits and stuff to get me pumped. I've been listening to some Trin Twin edits to get me like really pumped before I get into the gym, and then probably start taking some like Viagra and stuff to help with the pumps. But so I think how I want to do it today. Maybe we'll warm up and hit incline bench first, and then we'll do flat benching. Maybe we'll just do it all on the Smith machine, and then we'll go over and do pec flies. What does that sound? Does that sound good, Megan?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound good? She's not even paying attention to me.
I am.
No? Then what did I say?
Good.
What did I say?
Warm up with something.
See? You're not paying attention to anything I say.
I'm letting you do your thing.
Whatever. Alright. You see, guys, what I have to deal with all the time?
Oh, whatever.
I'll be in there trying to tell her, like, hey, you should do this and this, and she'll be like, huh?
That is not true.
So, yeah. So that works. Let's go in there and do that today. We'll do all on the Smith machine. Hopefully the Smith machine's available. And we'll do incline, flat, and then we'll head over to pec flies. That sounds like a good plan. Finish it off pec flies. Man, I cannot wait for the bulk. I am so excited for a bulk. And it's not going to be one of those dirty bulking. It's going to be eating more. We're going to be eating a lot of rice and potatoes and stuff like that. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the bulk. But and maybe some Sour Patch Kids before the lift. Be nice to bring, instead of having fruit, bring back Sour Patch Kids before the lift. All right, let's get in there and get started. Alright, so I forgot I was supposed to do shoulders today as well. I did 6 hard sets to failure of incline, and then, 3 hard sets to failure on incline, and then the flat type of benching that we were doing. Everything is just taken today. I don't know, everyone's like doing chest and shoulders today, which makes sense. I think it's Monday. So that was kind of poor planning on my part. And it's just so busy. So I just tried to work around it the best I could. Couldn't get the Smith machines
and all that. So I just did regular incline benching. Couldn't get any of the benching machines or Smith machines, so then I just went over there and did flat dumbbell benching, and then I just knocked out a little bit of my shoulders, and then the other shoulder machines and the pec flies were taken. So, and I don't have time to wait for like 10 to 20 minutes, and I don't think you should either. I think you should try to train around it the best you can. It's hard to not get frustrated during times like that. There's some days, sometimes it's just like everyone comes in and is doing the same body groups that you're doing that day. So you just gotta try to work around it the best you can. So, yeah, just is what it is. This gym is getting busier. They have, from what I understand, they have almost 20,000 members here, and they're already looking to expand this because they didn't use the whole abandoned building area. So they're looking to expand it bigger and even open a second location in town because this one is so busy. But let's just kind of take a look real quick because I gotta head back and eat real quick because I have an appointment. So that's why I'm kind of in a time crunch as well, is because I got a doctor's appointment. So let's take a look. My chest pump is already kind of gone, but got kind of a side shoulder pump, and then I'm going to do rear delts with my back. So I'll add rear delts with back, and then front delts kind of got hit when I was doing incline and the flat benching. So. And then I noticed I felt a little bit weaker today. I just think that was the lack of sleep. But like I said, I'm gonna have to sacrifice sleep just to stay in the deficit to lose the rest of it of the fat, unfortunately. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for, what's tomorrow, Megan? Back day? Tomorrow's gonna be back and traps, and then we'll hit rear delts tomorrow as well. So tomorrow will be hopefully a good day and a good lift. Every day is kind of a good day when you get in and get a good lift in. But hopefully I can sleep better tonight. We'll see though. I'll see you guys tomorrow.